Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Tech Talk edition. Today, we're going to walk through the GroupTrack and Go High Level integration. I'm super pumped to dive into this. And hold on, let me grab my calming oils because I get a little frazzled sometimes. And I want to make sure that I take this nice and slow for everybody. All right. All right, so tune in. It's going to be great. I would recommend if you are able to be at a computer and follow along, I think you're going to get a lot out of it. If you have any questions, comments, things you like, put it in the chat. Comment live if you're watching this live, or replay if you're watching the replay, just so I can kind of connect with you guys. And yeah, so here we go. So just if you guys don't know, benefits of having them integrated is you can have your contacts automatically pulled into your killer marketing system over in High Level just because they joined your Facebook group, right? That is the bread and butter of what we're diving into today. So let's do this. I'm trying to get all my bits and pieces up without a lot of distracting Facebook things. Okay, so here we go. Share my screen. Don't show the warning. I understand. I want to show the entire screen of here. All right. So here we go. We're sharing the screen. Let me make myself super tiny in the corner. No, not that way. This way. Okay. I think that is the smallest that I'm going to get. Alrighty. So we've got our GroupTrack open. We've got our High Level open. So let's get that going. Trying not to look at the screen while also keeping an eye on the chat. It's always interesting. All right, so we'll put that there so I can see the chat going. All right, so I'll be setting this up using my high-level white label called Nerdly. If you do not have your own high-level account, come at Nerdly. Happy to tell you more about this because we've got some killer add-ons in here. So we're going to open up, go into set. All right, first we want to go into GroupTrack and we're going to create a new pipeline. So we're going to go into Setup, Pipelines. All right. Today we're going to walk you through setting up your prospecting group pipeline. All right. And so for this purpose, I'm going to go to one of these. Do I clear it out and ready to use? Here we go. Awesome. Let me make sure that this has actually got empty stages. Delete and delete. All right. So now that you are going to you have a brand new pipeline, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a template. No, okay. So it's still showing up here. Hold on. We're going to come here to import pipeline template. I'll make sure that Nate fixes that. That shouldn't be there anymore. So import the pipeline template. We're going to click on that button. And here we're going to select a prospecting group pipeline. I'm going to make sure I drink water and take sips and talk slowly for everyone today. We're going to click import now because we want the stages, the tags, and the message templates. All right. Awesome. Success. The pipeline stages are all there now. So now we have stages. Look at that. And look, the message templates are all ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to Control-A, copy all of the text there. We're going to come into our high level. We're going to create a new pipeline. And you can call it your group. I would recommend you calling it your group name. So you're prospecting group pipeline and paste that first stage. Now we're going to come back here. Actually, yeah, hold on a second. Come on. Let me do a refresh. Gotta love refresh. It is a magical button. And yes, hitting refresh is a regular thing you got to do when you're using technology. It's 2023. That's what happens. So we're going to call this your prospecting group pipeline. All right. And you're going to want to say, yes, this is connected to a group. And then you're going to want to put your group in there. So I'll put HTTPS facebook.com/groups/GroupTrack CRM. Right, www. Get added in a dot. And the way you can get your group link is just going to your group. Wait for it to load. Gotta love doing live streams, like live tech trainings, because there's always a delay. So just go to your group, click on discussion, and then that'll bring up your group URL. So copy that group URL. All right, just highlight, copy, Control C, and then we're going to put that in here. And then it'll pull the Facebook group name so you can verify it's the right group. Awesome. So we're going to continue to grab these stages. So copy, tag, and welcome post. Come back to your high-level instance and create a new, click on add stage, and then paste that new stage. And we're going to continue to do this for each stage. Copy this stage, paste this stage. If you're a Nerdly user, just go to the marketplace and click GroupTrack pipelines, and I'll have that in there. And that is a free for you that you can grab those stages and it'll just install it for you, along with your webhook and some other cool automations. So then we're going to continue this down through the rest of the stages. If you ever run into an issue, refresh. It is a magical function. All right. We're copying all of the stages. Oh, I already copied that one. Copy, tag, and resource based on needs. And we're going to keep going. All right. I'm going to go a little quick since this is just copying and pasting. And I feel like you guys don't need me to go really slow for copy paste. If you have your own stages, that's totally fine. Just know that you want to make sure that it matches up exactly, like capitalizations, any emojis, like it has to match exactly. And then we got not interested or good faith. All right, now click save. So your pipeline is ready to go. So the next step is clicking on your business profile. So what we're going to need to do is grab your API key. So that is right down here. This is your API key. Go ahead and hit that clipboard and it's going to copy it for you. All right. And then we're going to come back on over here into the group, into your pipeline. We're going to click on this tab here on the left. It's called integrations. All right. We're going to click on here and we're going to add new integration. All the way here on the right-hand side, there's a button called Add New Integration. And then we're going to pick our integration. Oh, I love live streaming while I'm screen sharing. There we go. Go high level. And we're going to just paste in the API key. And we're going to hit next. It's going to verify it and it's going to pull in the integration on this side. All right. So what Go High Level pipeline should this sync with? We're going to go with your prospecting group pipeline and name it whatever your actual group is. It's going to make your life a lot easier. And then we can say, yes, use these stages. And then now, do you want to sync existing tags from Go High Level? They'll be added to a new pipeline tag set called Go High Level tags. So I personally want to have all of my Go High Level tags, right? Not everybody does. There are a lot of people I've met that only want very specific tags available. And that's okay. Both ways work. It's just what is going to work best for what you need in your business. If you don't know, just have them all go, because when I'm in conversation with someone in the DMs, I want to know anything and everything I can about them. All right. And so, yes, sync contacts with email only. That is required. That is the only way that the integration works. All right. Then GroupTrack CRM custom field in Go High Level. What this is going to do is when a contact is in Go High Level, and when you have a contact in GroupTrack that gives you an email address, it'll create a custom field on that contact with their GroupTrack link. And I will show you what that looks like in just a second. So if we come over here into contacts, just so you guys know that I don't want to get too distracted, but I want to make sure you guys see it. Let's move my little widget. Get out of the way. All right. So let's see here. Who is someone who's all right. So we will pull up someone's name here. All right. And you'll see in the additional info, hold on 1 second. Let me turn on privacy mode. Don't want to put this person's information out on blast. All right. So you'll be able to see this person's GroupTrack link. And because I have some cool stuff in here, I can open it in a new tab. So this will open you right to that user's GroupTrack profile, which is super handy. But just wanted to let you guys know that's what that was. Here, it's going to ask you, what do you want to sync? And we want to check off all the boxes because we want to know when contacts are added to the pipeline, when contact stages are changed in GroupTrack or the remote system, when you add or remove pipeline tags to the contact in GroupTrack or the remote system, and when you update the contact info in GroupTrack. Awesome. Click Save Integration. And then you will see the little blue bar. Look at it go. Look at it go. It's struggling. It's going though. There we go. Go, little engine, go. All right. One more thing. We got to go set up a webhook. A webhook is what's telling GroupTrack what's going on in your high-level instance. So we're going to come over here into automations. I came into high level after tags, the triggers were around a thing. So I just made my menu bar workflows with a magic wand because I think workflows are magical. So I have a folder for my GroupTrack webhooks and basically all things that are because of GroupTrack. So we're going to come into here. So I would recommend creating a folder called either GroupTrack or GroupTrack webhooks. If you do one for GroupTrack webhooks, what I would then do is lock that folder so nobody else can touch it, because once you set up the webhook, you will never, ever need to touch it. And I just want to make, like, you really just don't need to do anything. So your prospecting pipeline, GroupTrack webhook. And I'm all about naming things as specific as possible so that, oh, yay. And if you click on the link in the actual post for Melon, I can actually see your names, which is pretty rad. Let me move this down here. All right, so now that we're in here, let's go to our settings first, right? You want to make sure that you allow multiple. This is important. You need to make sure, because I've seen so many times people didn't toggle this, and once a contact went through once, it wouldn't do it again, and then they're sending in tickets saying that it's not working, but they didn't have the allow multiple. So make sure you do that. And I'm also a big fan of saving over and over and over, because I've had automations just like fall apart because I didn't click save. So now we're going to click on the add new workflow trigger. All right. And from here, what we're going to do is a stage change, right? So we want to make sure we're not just selecting the pipeline, right? So here we're going to select the filters that they're in a specific pipeline. And so we're going to say your prospecting group pipeline, or whatever you named it. Do I have this written? So we have this in help docs that has it out in screenshot step by step, but we got feedback that people wanted a live walkthrough so they could see exactly what it is. So if you go in the help docs, there are screenshots step by step. And from now that you've selected the group, right? We don't need to do any other of the stage changes, right? Because this is just, we want to know if the pipeline stage change, right? Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to go and add in the contact tags. Now there's filters, but we don't need to add any of them because we want to know whether a tag is added or a tag is removed. So, because if you do the tag added, it's going to look for a specific tag, but we want to do all tags. And since, before I forget, we want to name this prospecting group pipeline stage changed. And right. And that's all the triggers. And then here we're going to go into the action. So down below, add your first action. We're going to click on that icon, and then we're going to type in webhooks. So you just got to type in WEB and it'll pull it up. And we're going to paste. Remember, this webhook is from here. We're copying this and we're pasting it in here. And then we're going to publish and save. Cancel. Let's get this back down where it should be. All right, save. Why aren't you saving? There we go. Workflow has been saved. Gotta love delays. They're crazy. All right. So let's pull up GroupTrack. If you are one of the Nerdly users, we have a really cool feature where you can actually have your GroupTrack running here, which is awesome and super convenient. All right. What's really great is you can queue up messages when it's in this mode, and then just minimize the window and continue on working, and your queue is still going. Oh, let's minimize the knowledge base. So let's hop back into GroupTrack. I'll go ahead and back over here so that it is familiar for everybody. Want to make sure everyone feels comfortable with this. I know we're talking new tech, it can be overwhelming. So I want to keep things similar for you. All right, so now this is what's going to happen is when you add someone to GroupTrack, you approve them to your group with GroupTrack on your GroupTrack track pipeline, it will add them to your Go High Level instance. Now, there's a couple of things we want to talk about. auto tag. Right now, you have to use a group track tag for auto tag. Coming soon, you can use your go high level tags, but there are some steps you need to go through to make sure that you're using your auto tags. So from here, we're going to click add a new keyword. And this is going to be based on your member request questions. So we're going to assume you have one that says, yes, I'd love a call. Yes, exactly. Auto tags work to automatically add tags to group track only. These don't transfer to go high level. Absolutely. So that's what we're going to walk through now. So we're going to add a pipeline tag and we're going to call it uh, yes call. Call, yes call. All right. And we're going to click save. And then we're going to click back. And now we can add another keyword. And we're going to say no call. Whatever it is that's going on in your group, you want to add these tags. So, for example, in my high level organic group, let me show you the member request questions. The things you want to remember about this is if you have multiple questions they can answer and they say yes, and you say your auto tag is based on just a yes word, it's not going to know the difference and you're not going to get your tags applied. So for my membership request questions, right, I'm trying to figure out where you are and how I can serve you, what you need, and how we can move forward. We're loading. Right? So if they want a group track trial, right? You see, and I also have group track here, and I have group track here, right? So group track isn't the key word that I want to use. So I want to look for, let's see, trial so I can get more. Nope, I got trial here. So let's do get more leads from social media would be one. This one would be funnels, workflows, calendar courses, and product sales. Right? And then integration, use them together. Walk through and guide. Right? So you got to make sure done for you. Fill my go high level. Scale my offer with less work. Teaching my team. Amazing IP to the world, right? So you want to make sure that each of the phrases that you're using are unique and that they're not going to be used in other questions, right? That's important to note. Otherwise, you're not going to get your auto tags working appropriately. All right. So now that we have our auto tags, yes call, no call, right? We can then go to our table view. All right, so we're going to go to the advanced filters up here on the right-hand side. And it's going to pop up this blue guy. If you know me, I live in the table view. I find it just way easier to work with. Just it's all about data manipulation. So we're going to select your prospecting group pipeline. We want to hide data from other pipelines. I'm always about clean data. We want no stage set because this means it's going to pull up the people who are in that pipeline who just got approved into the group, right? We don't want to see people who are already in the group because right now we are talking about a member approval process. So here we're then going to go click save. And we're going to say your prospecting group. And actually what I end up doing is your prospecting group pipeline. I do initials just to make life easy. If that doesn't work for you, write it all out. And then I'm going to say yes call. right? Um, so right now we're going to load the view. And I actually got to update this view because apologies. Let's load this. I got to actually add the pipeline tag. So apologies on that one. So you want to then add, okay, we have the pipeline. And then now we're waiting to select the pipeline tags. Yes. Yes, call. All right, now we're updating this. So now when we see this, we're going to see people who were approved to this group, who were not in a stage yet, and said, yes, they want to call, right? So now anyone who shows up in this view, you would then sit and take the bulk action. What do you want to do? We're going to add a tag. Gotta love live streaming and how everything is slow. So we're going to do a pipeline tag. We're going to come down here. We're going to see all of our go high level tags. So I'm going to say, see if I have a yes call. And I'm going to say that this is the tag I want to use, right? So whatever tag you have in high level that signifies that they said, yes, they want a call. That's the pipeline tag you want to apply. All right. And then you select the people and click apply tag. Next, we're going to go back to the advanced filter. So we're also just setting up these saved views right now. So here we're going to say no call. All right, we're going to save this view. No call. So now I know anytime I pull up this view, it's going to show me the people who I just approved who need to be tagged with no call with my go high level tag. Right? So then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to apply the corresponding go high level tag and bippity boppity boo. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to have one that's just got everybody, your prospecting group, no stage set. All right. And then change stage. We're going to have this view because this is going to show us everybody that is ready to go and have their stage changed to added tags. So the process would be going into GroupTrack, going to your member requests, approving the people, right? So we wait till this loads, wait till we get the please wait. And I also do, if you want the PDF I made of this, then comment PDF and I'll shoot that out to you. All right, sometimes it needs a refresh. If you guys did not know, on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-R. If you're on a PC, it's Control-Shift-R, and it does a hard refresh. It forces your page to get you a new look at it all. Super handy. So like people who don't answer questions, I typically don't approve them. I have a whole process for that. But so you would just approve the person, go into your GroupTrack, run through your saved views, right? So we're going to load the views. Yes call, load, click outside the box, apply the corresponding high level tag. Then we're going to go to load view, no call, load. Click outside the box, come over here to the pipeline tags, select the corresponding no call tag, Then we're going to select all pages, process, everybody's tagged. All right. And then we're going to do one last filter. We're going to load view, your prospecting group stage change, load view. And then what we're going to do with this is instead of an add tag, we're going to set stage. And so now we're going to put everyone into added tags based on membership request questions. Collect all pages and process. Now, I did skip a high level piece that we're going to cover right now, and that's setting up your email sequence. And I went a little full nerd before last time I did this. So we're going to walk through a much simpler version because simple is better. All right. So we're going to go into our GroupTrack folder. Command Shift R. Whenever things have a funky load, I'm always default to do another refresh. Gotta love that little nerdly guy. It's so cute, right? Who loves that little icon? Isn't it the best? If you haven't heard it before, I love it. It reminds me of Clippy. I feel like it's Clippy's fun cousin. And yes, I just aged myself because I'm sure none of the young folks don't even know what Clippy was. Clippy was awesome and wildly annoying, but awesome because you never forget. So we're going to create a workflow from scratch, create new workflow. All right. And then we're going to call this Facebook group prospecting group email sequence. All right. Again, we go into settings because we're doing emails. I always do this first because it's way better than forgetting. Is we want to put our email address and also auto mark as read because I don't need all the notifications, right? We don't want to do the allow multiple because we only want people to get this email sequence once. And then we're going to come over here to actions. So stage change. Now here, we are going to use the drop-down filters because the pipe added to pipeline only really works when it comes to the stage changes, right? For the webhook. That doing it that way doesn't really work for a lot of other things. So in the pipeline, stage change, added tags based on membership requests. So prospecting pipeline, added tags, right? So now we're going to assign to a user because we want to make sure that any of your other things come through. So assign to user, Colleen. And I always name every little bit and piece. So I know that this is coming from my prospecting group. So I'm going to add a tag. Prospecting group. Add tag and apply here. So we're just going to call it that for now. Prospecting group. All right, everyone following so far? All right, so now we know that they came from the prospecting group. They're assigned to a user. So if they call, you're sending out a message, all of that's going to work out fine, right? So now what we want to do is we want to send an email, right? If you have them built in templates, awesome. You just come here and pick out your template from your template library. That's already done. And it already has the subject from the template, and you've already put your name and your email over there, and you save action. So you can wait. I wouldn't do more than 3 days. Uh, right? So I want that first email to go through right away. And then I'd say like give them 2 days, maybe a day. Wait 1 day because they're hot. I wanna get them to opt in. And the other thing is I wanna wait. I don't wanna email people on the weekend, and I also wanna make sure that they get my email before lunch because I don't think people are gonna afternoon's not when they're thinking. So let's go as early as 7 a.m. Let's get the day start. Well, actually, no, let's go 8. There we go. So that's just saying that I want that time frame, and then we're just gonna copy this. Actually, we're gonna do copy all actions from here, and it's gonna add that wait step. Oh, it didn't add the wait step. We're gonna say copy all actions from here, copy here. Yeah, well, we're gonna copy this and paste. So this is email welcome. Then we come here to this next one. 2. There we go. And then we're going to say email 2 strategy. And if you want to know what you should be putting in these and how you can get them to force them to re-engage in your group, then you need to be checking out the Profitable Pipelines program. We'll put a link in the comments for you guys. It is absolutely phenomenal. It will uh, retention absolutely change the game for you. And you can also take in your team to go into the profitable pipelines with you because we all know that you as a CEO who runs your business is probably not going to be the one that is doing a lot of the day-to-day stuff. Duplication. All right. So this is your basic email sequence. Just a general tip for anyone out there. What I do at the end of every single one of my automations is wait 30 days because I never know if I'm going to have a great idea and click save. Yeah, just quick note, click save. I never know if I'm going to have a great idea that I want to change. And if I put these guys through the automation, they're already done, right? This is going to be done in 3 days. But so that means if I didn't think of every little thing I wanted to do within those 3 days, they're already out of the automation and it's a total pain to add them back. So I add the wait 30-day step at the end of every single automation, unless it's like dovetailed and daisy chained to another automation. Because now, if I decide, like, oh, I've got this cool idea that I want to add, or I want to change the content, or oh, I set this up now, but then I went into pipelines and realized what I actually need to be putting in these emails. And I now understand the strategy behind the content of running my group and leveraging GroupTrack and all the automations that GroupTrack provides that I'm pretty sure you aren't touching. Now you want to go back and edit things. You can now add emails in, and those people that you added 2 weeks ago are going to be able to get your updated sequence you want to continue messaging them on. Does anyone have any questions? Because this is really it, right? Because you added your tags based on the membership request questions, and then you changed the stage that said you added tags. Now, we could get really nerdy in here, and I did a training on it. If you want to know how to curate the emails they get based on the membership request questions, let me know in the comments and I will send you that training. But this is the basic way to get them in that email sequence. So I'm going to stop sharing and see. Okay, does anyone have questions? I know this was a bit longer than I had anticipated, but it's not a small process. Really understanding all the pieces you need to put together. This is why I offer a done for you solution. So if you want to have the setup done for you, where you don't have to do anything. And we even make a recording walkthrough of it all. And so if you and your team have that reference, comment setup, and one of the nerd herd will reach out to you and we'll get you moving and grooving. If you want to know more about the Profitable Pipelines program, comment pipelines and I'll follow up with you on that. And other than that, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll follow up with all of you. All right. Later, nerds. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Let's do this because I love this. Yeah. All right. Later, nerds.